Like always, I asked Arpit to come for our normal happy dates. My intention was very clear for every time I used to meet him. My intensity of love towards him was too strong to avoid it. With every meeting of ours, I wanted him to understand what I feel, but it was too difficult for me to express my feelings for him so directly. But one day, it is so happened. I could not stop to express myself in front of him. We are coming back to our home after our coffee date. I was driving my scooty and he was sitting behind me. As usual, in my non-serious mode, I was asking him to hold me from the back. I was pulling him towards me to sit nearer, but was not able to understand my seriousness towards him with those non-serious talks. It was past 6 and street was quite dim. My imagination of being expressed myself in front of him was quite high. I stopped my scooty on side of the road and switched off the headlights. I knew it was now or never. I had to kiss him to make him realize that how I am very serious. I don't know what actually was running in his mind when I stopped driving, because the only question he asked was, "Why you stopped here?" I wanted him to give the opportunity to come closer to me, hold my hands, listen to my heartbeats and feel me as I wanted. Why could not he make the first move? I thinking to myself. He looked and smiled at me and told me that he had a nice time. I just noted my throat was dry. He took out his jacket and placed it on his lap and asked me very casually, "What happened?" I said, "Nothing. I was sweating profusely by now." He asked me, "If you are not feeling well to drive, sit it back. I'll drive." For a moment, I felt as he knows everything. Still, he's trying to avoid that situation. I got down off my scooty and allowed him to sit in the front. I was facing towards him with my uncontrollable feelings. I placed my hand on his hand. When he was about to start the scooty, I said out, "Can I kiss your feet?" I felt so weak and scared after I said that. Vision of how he would react were continuously going in my mind. But then he did not tell anything. I held his hand more tightly. He did not react. I made him get down off the scooty. He did it for me. I held his hand even tighter than earlier and drew him more closely towards me. I knew what I had to do. I wrapped my right hands around him as best I could, all the while trying my best to get into a good position to kiss him on his lips. He made my task easy by holding me back and bending a little down to be part of my first kiss. My hold was even tighter when, after a peck on his lips, he responded back to me with a very wild kiss. His hands were around my neck and cheeks, and he was trying to pull me up and up to make that the kiss very special to me. It had become very dark by then. I patted him by kissing him on his neck and saying that I love you. He just kissed me on my forehead and said, "I too." Finally, he decided to drive. I was overexcited. Finally, we decided to return back to our home. There was no much to talk, and there was a silence between us. And it drew me much closer to him, and we head back to our home.